Hello guys, Mystacophobia. Today I've got another build for you for the Golden Bullet global event. This is just my normal Hunter's Fury build, guys. I'll just show you what I use. It's really fun to use, and if you like my content, guys, like and subscribe. Let's get into the video. Our first piece of gear is a Hunter's Fury mask. 2-piece, 15% shotgun damage, 15% SMG damage, 3-piece, 20% armor on kill, 100% health on kill. That might be viable in the next update, but I doubt it. 4th piece, Apex Predator. Enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. Killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times, which is like OP, guys. Core attribute is a red, 15% weapon damage. Attributes are 12% critical hit damage and 11.6% critical hit damage mod. Our next piece of Hunter's Fury is the holster. Core attribute is 15% weapon damage, 12% critical hit damage. Our third piece of Hunter's Fury is the knee pads. Also a red core, 15% weapon damage. Attribute is 12% critical hit damage. Our final piece of Hunter's Fury, the 4th piece, is the gloves, 15% weapon damage and 12% critical hit damage. Chest piece I'm using is a Sokolov Concern. We get 10% SMG damage out of this. Core attribute is 15% weapon damage, 12% critical hit damage, 6% critical hit chance, and 6% critical hit chance mod. And the talent is Intimidate, where you have bonus armor, gain 1 stack each second up to a max of 7. Each stack increases weapon damage by 5% to enemies within 10 meters. All stacks are lost when you have no bonus armor. This is getting kind of a little buff in the next update, guys. That should be next month. Our 4th piece is the backpack. Grupo, 15% critical hit damage. Core attribute is 15% weapon damage. Attributes 6% critical hit chance and 12% critical hit damage. And the mod is 11.7% critical hit damage. And then the talent we're using is Bloodsucker, which will activate Intimidate, guys. Killing an enemy adds and refreshes a stack of 10% bonus armor for 10 seconds. Max stack is 10, so 100% bonus armor, and this will activate Intimidate because you need bonus armor to activate Intimidate, guys. This is what makes this build OP, because you get loads of armor, survivability, and loads of damage. That's why it's one of my favourite builds. Okay, so the primary weapon I'm using is the Ouroboros. I know not everybody has this gun, but just use the Dark Winter if you have it, or a Vector. They're probably the top SMGs. Total weapon damage is 97k. Core attributes 15% SMG damage, 21% critical hit chance, and the third attribute is 10% damage to targets out of cover. The only reason I'm using an SMG, guys, is obviously because it's Hunter's Fury, you get SMG damage, and because you get all the crit chance, you don't have to stack into crit chance. And the talent I'm just going to rule them all. When the agent has a status effect applied to them, 50% of your ammo in the next magazine will apply the same status effect to their targets. This effect will only occur during combat. And these are the mods you get with this gun. Second gun I'm using is the Mop. 15% shotgun damage, 12% damage to armor, 10% armor on kill, which we already get 20 from Hunter's Fury, and we get 10 from the gunner, so we'll get a lot. Preservation, killing an enemy repairs 10% armor over 5 seconds. Headshot kills improve the repair by an additional 10%. So potentially 20% if you can get a headshot. Those are the mods. The sidearm I'm using is the Orbit. 15% pistol damage, 10% damage to targets out of cover, and the talent is Perfect Finisher. Swapping from this weapon within 10 seconds of killing an enemy grants 35% critical hit chance and 40% critical hit damage for 15 seconds. And that's the mod. The first skill I'm using is the Crusader Ballistic Shield. We're tier 0 because I don't have any blues or skill tiers. But those are the mods I have. Second skill I use, just so that all the enemies don't shoot you at the same time, is the Decoy. Just throw it out and some enemies will go for that decoy, but obviously you'll still have enemies targeting you as well, but just not as many. But those are the mods I have for that one. This is the overall build. 4-piece Hunter's Fury, Sokolov Concern, and Grupo backpack, so it's all crit damage except from one mod. We have an SMG, and we have a shotgun, which you get from 15% shotgun damage and 15% SMG damage from Hunter's Fury, guys. And you get 20% armor on kill, and you get 10% from gunner, so that's 30%, 50% potentially from the mop. These are the stats for the Ouroboros: 59% critical hit chance, 165 critical hit damage. Those are the stats for the shotgun, the pistol, and I'll scroll down them with the primary out. Specialization I've decided to use, guys, is the gunner, mainly for the 10% armor on kill, and the rate of fire increases by 5% on kill for 5 seconds, which is just mental because like you already get RPM buff from Golden Bullet. 15% shotgun damage, 15% SMG damage, and 15% sidearm damage. But that is the build, guys. I've had this build for God knows how long, but this is my favourite build, one of them anyway. So give it a go, and happy hunting, guys.
On the roof, holding for backup.
I have eyes on you, Kelso.
You see Saint?
I don't know what he looks like, but there are plenty of hostiles up there.
Not for long.